A love tap can be small or large. Small like a smile, compliment, or gesture, usually to strangers who don't expect the love. Maybe as a little intro, I suggested to Andrew today that we try some love bumps, or love taps as Andrew's renamed it, where you try to do some goodness for someone. You can take some notes on it and then recount it on video like we're about to do. Okay. Tell us what you got.
I just tell you what I got. Okay.
Yeah, what would you get?
Okay, so these are my notes here. Little page and 3/4. So, okay.
And why don't you explain what we did too? Like for
well, we started out, we put half an hour's worth of money in the parking meter, and then we walked down the street, split up and walked down the street and tried to do as many love taps in different ways as we possibly could, writing down in our journal, taking notes after each one, kind of what happened. So this is how mine went. At the beginning, I felt a little unsure of how exactly to approach the situation. So I kind of start off just like smiling at everybody, giving everybody big smiles, trying to spread a little happiness that way.
And did you get responses?
Not particularly, except for when you would smile at someone and like acknowledge them. And then I still didn't even get that much of a response. Actually, the lady in the coffee shop, I gave her a good smile. Then there was this guy that had a hurt foot with like a cast boot on his foot, and he was walking really slow across the street, and like the light changed. So I like walked with him across the street slow, which is kind of a nice thing.
Oh yeah, to make him feel like he wasn't holding up.
Yeah, exactly, to make him not the only one in the street. I was like writing in my journal, like walking really slow next to him.
Oh, interesting.
Taking notes on what was actually happening as I was walking next to him really slow. So that one, that was an okay one. Next, there was a woman that had a bag of flowers, and I told her that the flowers were like really beautiful, and she was like, oh, she responded well and was like, oh, thank you, yeah, I just got them at the farmer's market down there, and I smelled them, and like she smelled them too.
How old was she?
She was maybe in her 50s or 60s or something like that. And so
how old are you?
I'm 25. So she smelled them, and we both smelled them, and then I said that they were going to look really beautiful in her house, and she said thank you and went on her way. I think she felt good after that. Oh, I almost missed an opportunity to like save her, and I was like, ah! But then like I was like, whoa, that was close, and she's like, yeah, and she was pissed and like ended up like getting into it with the guy.
Was she appreciative to you?
Not really. She was just pissed at the guy. So she ended up like stopping and saying like, you are like stupid, like why did you do that, and like arguing with him. So I kind of left that one in an argument. So that one was kind of a negative. That one didn't really work out. Then I was walking down the street more. There was a guy sitting outside a coffee shop, and I said, hey, how you doing? And he was kind of like hi, like really skeptical of me, like I was trying to get something out of him. So I don't know. Well, actually, maybe that one was positive, because then I was like, okay, have a good one, just kept walking, and like maybe he was like, oh, why was I so skeptical, and maybe next time he'll be a little more open to something like that. So that could have been a good lesson for him. There were these guys on the street trying to do like things for DARE, the drug awareness program, and I told them that they were doing like a good job and they appreciated that. This is kind of funny. I went into a dry cleaner's, and there was a woman sewing a shirt, and I went in there and I said, hey, you repaired my shirt for me one time, and like you did a great job. It was like so well done, and like that's,
and she hadn't really.
That's a lie. Yeah, I never have been in there in my life, and she actually wasn't that thankful. She wasn't that appreciative. I was trying to just lie and make her feel good.
As an experiment.
As an experiment, it kind of worked. Some lady was walking her dog and was going like to her dog, and I told her that she had a good dog call, and she liked that.
A good dog call.
Yeah. Some people were taking a tourist, like a photo in front of Pete's Coffee, and then like I asked if I could take their picture for them, and then they said yeah, and so I took a picture of them in front of Pete's Coffee, and they're like, we're being tourists, but like we're in front of Pete's Coffee. And I was like, yeah, this is the only place in the world that you'll find a Pete's Coffee. This is like a San Francisco like landmark right here.
Oh, really?
And they thought that was funny. Then I talked to this one guy for a while. Me and you talked to him, you and I, and that was kind of that left about a neutral happiness on either part. He was kind of had his own ideas about things, left on a little bit of an odd note, talking about Jews and how he used to not like them, but now he does, which is kind of an odd note.
And he's Jewish himself, I take it.
Maybe he's Jewish.
Oh, that's what I figured, that he was trying to get away from other Jews.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really take it that way, but that could be it. And then to wrap it up, there was a woman walking down the street who appeared to be pregnant, not too big in the belly, and was like holding her belly, and I was like gonna ask, like, is the baby kicking? But like that was too risky, because if she wasn't pregnant, then that would have been a big negative love bump. So I didn't go for that one. I'm not sure if I should have or not. It was kind of risky. So that was my love tap escapade.
Your love tap tour.
Yeah, nothing revolutionary on it, but got a couple decent ones. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you want to tape me now?
Okay. So
I think we're rolling.
That was my take. So now I'm gonna switch it around here.
Let's see. Lighting wise, you probably want me more this way. What's happened to my pen? Oh, there's my pen. Love bumps. And I wrote here, a small step towards peace is a love bump. What can Andrew, me, and Mark do in a couple of hours? Do love bumps. Tell about the love bumps, and then post the love bumps. Except now maybe we're calling them love taps. A love tap can be small or large. Small like a smile, compliment, or gesture, usually to strangers who don't expect the love. Record on love bumps on camera. You can also recreate the love bumps. The love bumps stand on their own, but they also can be an example to others of what maybe they could try.
Can I switch sides here?
Yeah, sure. So here are my love taps on May 10th, 2008 in San Francisco on Fillmore Street near California. At 11:53, I slowly walked by a dog. I put my hand out so his nose could touch it, and he nuzzled my hand with his nose and got my hand a little bit wet with his wet nose. And the contact seemed to be a good feeling to the dog, and the wet, sticky feeling on my hand wasn't too bad.
12:10.
12:10, I went into a store to shoot the window display, and as I was shooting, someone walked through the shot, and I think she was maybe concerned that she walked into the shot, but then I said to her, well, you added to the shot, and she gave me a nice, sincere smile. So on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being a life-changing experience, and 0 being no positive effect at all, I think that was like a 4. A little bit of a good love tap. And then at 12 o'clock, I told the guy in the store, he was like a good-looking young salesperson, about your age, a man, and I thought, but he wasn't necessarily gay. And I thought, there's hardly anything I could say to make this guy, cheer up or anything. But when he gave me the bag, I said, oh, those are nice bags. And he smiled like he was giving me good customer service. So that seemed to love tap him a little. It was a delayed love tap with present for Melissa, because I got her a present and she's not love tapped right now, but she'll be love tapped later when I give her the present. So I don't know that we've started the beginning of world peace with these love taps, but it was fun and worthwhile, I think. What do you think?
I think it was worthwhile. Definitely didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, nice. Okay, stop tape.